Hot take. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? I think that human Shuri is better than that Firefox from the Yaksha clan. Now, while some of you guys are having a malfunction over that, what I'm going to do is take this opportunity to tell you to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell, check the description for all the YouTube things, and let's talk about human Shuri. 忍びじゃなくてジャマイカボーイフードで育った making noise 四六時中かかってこい It don't matter though Young nigga from Canada Brought from that bullshit and go like a matador 行けたら行くわ毎日俺のゴールへ書き出す I made a video speaking about how Kaju lived a truly meaningless life. Now let's talk about how human Shuri lived a truly meaningful life. I really thought that this side story was extremely beautiful. I loved it from top to bottom. And admittedly, and I said this in the discussion and I believe in the live reaction already, but human Shuri with the pink hair and stuff, which I actually thought was Art Ram originally, so that's my mistake. I had a high level of interest in already from the Anada arc, simply kind of based off the small little interactions that I saw. Human Shuri being like, yo, Anon is already like is really powerful and is overdoing it even with the Hadi Vishnu resurrection stuff. And we see how that kind of comes full circle in this chapter with Anon becoming like the priest of the earth of the earth of the priest of earth and stuff like that. On top of the fact that with human Shuri back in the Nada arc, he's like, if the gods were so righteous and good and just, why would the world be this screwed up? And I was like, talk, bro, talk. Like you are preaching to the choir right now. Like, so I had a high level of interest. So when this chapter was revealed to be about him, I'm like, oh, that's super dope. This is not a character that I think that a lot of people would generally care about, but I think enough connecting factors to things like, again, Anon and him being the priest, and then Art Ram coming to save them a couple of times, and then being linked to the end of Phoenix Magic and everything like that. I think that a lot was said here, and Shuri is still involved. I think I've said this before, but if I find that these side stories are a lot more cohesive and interconnected, where they seem like a generally decent transitions into one another, because there's usually at least one kind of character or plot thread that's a little bit that's kind of consistent throughout. Whereas I'd argue with the first set that had like Wish and like the stuff with like Lutz and Ran and the Yaksha clan ears to like make Rana like look young and stuff. I thought that they were all really good, but they were just all kind of like random side stories. Nothing wrong with that. A different way of doing it. But these ones just seem to be a little bit more together, if that makes sense. Now back to Shuri. Shuri is also super dope because human Shuri. Regular Shuri or Sura Shuri, Firefox Shuri was kind of like you live a bad life or a shitty life if you don't like take like the magic or whatnot, become a Phoenix magician, talking about the hell thing. And what I kind of find is that like I don't think Shuri actually knew the answer to that. I think she was just kind of talking out of the crease of her tails, but I just think it's so beautiful how that comes all the way back to when he actually loses magic, and I would argue that he found his life more meaningful as as somebody who wasn't a Phoenix magician, even though he had to go back to the first thing he had to do, which is taking care of somebody. Though in this sense, I think he's taking care of people that like he thinks deserves it and is worthy of doing. Instead of like taking care of his drunk father who's just like horny for Shuri, tweaking off of Shuri, you know. So, and then the whole part with Yama kind of speaking with this, giving this soul a body to speak with it, and then he just like no matter what, it was fun. And Yama smiling and said, "You're not going to hell. Like you did well." Like, oh, it was just so beautiful, dude. Like tears in my eyes. Yama is the best god. Stop playing with me. When are y'all gonna grow up and admit that Yama's the best? Ew, Agni, Mayu, Chandra. No, it's Yama. Grow up. I need y'all to get mature. All right. I'm half joking. I'm not actually joking at all. Yama's the best. That all being said, though, it was beautiful. Shout out to Human Shuri. I think in contrast to Kadru, the life that you lived was meaningful. You found meaning in it and you had no resentment in the end. Because what Yama says about like people wanting to find reasons to like, you know, she like people, some people that you love aren't necessarily great people. It happens. And we actually got like a flash of the three horn dude who was like, my beloved would never, and it's like, she might have did. Oh. So, anyways, like the video, subscribe, hit the bell so you can stay notified, and shout out to Human Shuri. Human Shuri's better than that damn Firefox. At me. Come at me, bro. I said it. I keep saying it. I'll say it until something else, and unless we get new information that changes my mind. But rest in peace, Human Shuri. Patreon gang, shout out to the Patreon gang, yes sir. Shout out to my certified BAM lovers. You know I appreciate y'all deeply. Gotta give a big shout out to the Priest of Fire. That's the real CBL Brilliant gang. You already know what it is, but especially gonna give a huge thank you to my tier 3s, the 5th Zen Gods. Shout out to Zodiac, Sonny Katapali, Simi, Silo, Shoddy to your body, Scobe, Revenant, Lucky Roo, Lazy Dragon, Chris, Johnny Rogers, Jacob Holland, Irene Sharda, Fitz, Triss, and my boy Abdel. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you.